Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Not too bad yourself?
Doing pretty good. I've might have found a way to play Belvath again, so we'll see.
Yeah, I watched a couple of your videos on Belvet. You seem well. You're actually number five in the world, from what I can see on your APGG now. Number five in
Really
North America. Yeah.
interesting. I haven't even played like that much on that account. 'Cause I had to switch to that account. So I could probably
On
have the
on
number one spot if I just had played
on
on that account only the entire season.
on Sawyer or the other one?
The other one was it Galactos or whatever, but that got to like 700, 800 LP, but then it was a botted account, so it's banned. GG.
All right. So first of all, I just want to say I'm French, so English is my second language. So sometimes I might sound weird, or if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can just ask. I won't be offended.
Okay. And why did you buy a coaching session?
I've been thinking about it for the past few years, I'd say, and I didn't find a proper coach. I was watching some videos, I was doing a little bit of research, and I didn't find anyone that would suit my needs. And I started to watch your videos a couple of months ago, and I really like your style. I really like how you talk. I think it's really easy for me to understand you, and so I thought I'd give it a shot. I think I can get better, and I think I need some help. So
Alrighty, so you like my style. Have you watched any of my coaching though? Is it just
uh,
from the YouTube?
yeah, just the YouTube. I didn't even know I could watch your coaching.
GG. I gotta work on that, I suppose. Oh
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
just knew you. I watch your videos for a couple of months now on YouTube, and in one of the recent ones, you said if you want coaching, go to metafi dot blah blah blah,
No
and
way, and it worked.
yeah, I did
Interesting.
not know that you were doing any coaching. So yeah.
Let me write this shit down, because listen, these are like the basic things. We know this, but like I gotta be on it.
I was surprised actually to go on, is it Metafi or something like that? And
Right?
I looked, were you there? And I found you, so I was kind of surprised. So yeah, really happy about it.
Right, so you want to improve. So what champions do you play?
Um, I'd say my main is Nocturne.
Okay.
So I really liked the video that you posted just earlier today, because it really uh, centers what I'm struggling with trying to play Nocturne in a certain way, and if your team doesn't collaborate, well, you don't win. Um, I play lots of Karthus. I started to play him a couple months ago, and I really like Karthus. I like Briar, and when I started playing with friends, we did a lot of flexes and clashes, and so I play tanks. Sejuani, Amumu. Um, I like a little bit of Cho'Gath and uh, Jax in the jungle, but I don't win with them. And one of the videos I uploaded yesterday for you is a Cho'Gath video that I think I'm doing everything right, but I still lose. So I don't know exactly what to do.
Okay. So you made Nocturne, Karthus, Briar. I think those are like good like trifecta to have for ranked. Very similar jungle pathing. And then Nocturne and Briar do similar things when it comes to fights. Sejuani and Mumu Cho'Gath Jax, like those are all just like B, C tiers, and I don't think they're like really worth your time. Even if like you're playing with a team, it's like better just to play something that you're good at, you know? To blend
Yeah,
as a
well,
team, it's like it's easier to blend something that's a whole lot stronger, but what do you think?
I think that the reason I play Karthus, Nocturne, and Briar, I'd say well, is because they have global ults, and I don't think I have the sense to know when to gank, when to get involved in a fight. As these three have global ults, which allows me to keep farming, keep doing my thing, and join the fight whenever I need to join the fight. So
Right.
that it really compensates for my poor knowledge of where to go. So during the laning phase, I'm okay, but starting the mid game after, let's say, after 14, 15 minutes on Jax, on Cho'Gath, I tend to lose what I have to do. As for Nocturne and Karthus and Briar, I just keep farming and join the fight when it starts. So, if it makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. What I'm guessing too is if I was to watch any of those games, it would look like a whole bunch of just wandering around, and it wouldn't be. I don't know. It might not be as useful as like building up sequencing on something that we might play. So,
Well,
and
actually, I just farm. I just farm a lot on my on all my stats in game. I see that my what do they call that? Let me just check in the when you open up a champion in stats. My income on every champion is pretty good, but my combat and map control is something else.
yeah.
So I'm guessing there's something in that general direction.
Here website sucks. LS has got to get on making a simple ass map tool. This shit would take someone like 4 seconds. Videos. Alrighty, so let's say we're playing Nocturne, right? In your basic jungle path, let's say you do a full clear, right?
Yep.
And then we do a little reset, and then we do a full clear, right? And then on our buff, we're level 6. And then from there, we're level 6 on this buff. What options do we have?
Well, it depends on where the map is. Gank bot, gank mid, or keep farming.
That's it?
Well, if there's an opening on top side, I could move. Uh, that plan in my head starts earlier, not when I get 6, but yeah, I like to see where the other jungler is because I like to counter jungle if I show him. Let's say in this example, if I show that the other jungler is top, or I see him in that general area, I can see what's in his jungle on the east side.
Okay.
Um,
So,
depending on
what if you're
yeah,
stronger than the enemy jungler? Let's say they messed up. They 3-camped bot, died, and then they went top and then they died, you know? You're going to be level 6, they're going to be level 5 at best. Does
yeah.
that give you any options?
Depending on who the enemy jungler is, yeah, I might try and invade. Some junglers I don't really want to mess with them. Let's say a Warwick if I don't have Ignite or something like that. I'm not gonna fight him.
Right.
Um,
And then if you start to play in any of the lanes and they show up level 5, do you care as much?
no, no,
Right.
no.
So then that frees things up, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So if you go for like more of a forced play, even if they're going to be there, you can have level advantage.
yep,
Or let's say that we pass towards top and then they gank top at level 5, easy enough just to show up. And then if you kill them there, then you have so much time to play with because they'll have to farm for quite some time to get level 6 themselves. So
yep,
something like that's interesting. So from this red buff, level 6, you say the first things you say is like gank mid and bot as options, and then pathing towards tops as an option. But you didn't say anything about the objectives. Like Dragon exist and then Rift Herald exist.
yep.
So if these aren't options for you to attack outright, like the enemy's not making a mistake, you don't see anything, even worse, your lanes are losing, the objectives are going to be options for you.
Yep,
So after the red buff, like Dragon can be an option. And if you don't see that based on mid bot and everything else, then you could path topside. By the time you get topside, Rift Herald will probably be coming up at least around 8 minutes, and then you'd be the same deal. Once you end your clear on the top side, then you could look to gank top, look to gank mid, look to invade if you're stronger, and then if none of that exists, then you can have the Rift Herald. And if the enemy attacks you on Rift Herald and you have ulti, you're still cooking. You still have something.
yep,
So long that we are seeing those, then that gives us pretty good options. Um, and when you're saying you're being like, if you get lost mid game, then these sort of things keep playing out. So if you know about playing around the objectives, then that will align the things that you can do. But how about we look at a game and see where we get?
sure.
Do do you have a replay link?
Uh, a link. I actually installed the app that you required just yesterday, and I uploaded 2 games. I let me check. How can I get the link?
Uh, that's a great question. That's a fantastic question. Uh, you click
If I click on it,
the three
yeah,
dots, and then
yeah.
usually people like can give me an invite link to like a team or like your profile or something like that, and then I can see all the videos.
Can it be the web page? If I give you this, is that gonna work?
It'll probably say like access denied, and then if
That's
you
what that's what it says to me.
okay, what is it? GG.
Um,
Let's see.
they're uploaded.
If I do this and then I click share, and then I do this, and then I upload it, and I should get a funny link. Actually, can you just share your screen? That would make more sense.
Sure.
We're two minds. We can figure this bad boy out.
And it's for Stream League of Legends. Can I just share my? I only shared on Discord my League of Legends game. How can I stream something else?
If you click this button,
Okay.
then it'll be like a tab at the top to
Yeah.
share the screen instead of.
Yeah. Type game.
Okay. Now go to the uploads in the bottom left. Okay, and then right click one of those. Shit. What happens if you left click it? Anything? Okay.
It's the page where it says no access. Hmm.
Wait, click open insights, the bottom right.
Bottom right.
Yeah, next to the share button.
Okay.
Does that do anything?
No access.
What?
It's weird, huh?
Here, go to Insights GG and then log out whatever the.
Maybe I need to sign in.
Yeah, just like relog with hopefully that account.
I don't even know what my password is. Let's try something. No, that's not the one. Fuck me.
Listen,
Sorry, dude.
let's just screen share where you show me the replay like this.
All right.
You can't draw on it, but oh well.
Which one is it? Which one do you want? I have a Cho'Gath. I have a Nocturne. I have a Karthus, a Briar.
I would prefer Nocturne because Shogas sucks. Like,
I actually had a real good game on it, so. Oh fuck! I think you hear me
Rakan,
with.
je trouve que c'est un très beau
Okay.
bonhomme,
Let
mais
me just remove
c'est un genre de bonhomme.
Okay.
okay.
I was playing duo, so.
Ignite. Okay, big man. Now full screen this bad boy, and then you can skip to like 2 minutes.
Uh, this
Bang.
way. Skip
Okay.
to 2 minutes.
And then walk me through this. What are you thinking?
Usually when I start a game, I like to ward the enemy top jungle. In that case, I couldn't. But when
Okay.
you start really quick, I can always go and ward so you can see where they start. Um, when it doesn't, I ward my top camp depending on where I want to go. In this case, I'm duo with Malzahar who stopped, so I'm planning to start bot and go towards top. He's going to be playing against Mundo, so I told him to let him push so I'd be able to gank. Um, if not, I really like to start on my top side because in this elo I'm low gold currently, and it's always counter current if I can say that word, counter current from the other junglers. So
Oh, congruent.
I can always get the bottle scuttle crab uncontested, and because most of the people start uh, bot and move towards top in this elo at least.
Huh.
So
Okay, so you said that you want to path top because it's your duo. I immediately think Malzar's not level 6 for quite some time. So even if you path by, you could still gank top around the right times. Because like
probably
on your
yeah.
reset, yeah, like you can have ulti, you can be up there and still get a
I,
gank off, and it can all be chill. But like
I
Malzar
actually
has
want
no.
to gank. I actually want to gank Mundo early because he snowballs and he's hard to kill at one point. So I like if it's Elawi, Mundo, a couple of top laners, Kale, that tend to be annoying to gank later.
Yeah,
Uh, I like to gank him early to try and give my top laner an advantage.
I see. Is that why you have the ignite too?
For Mundo, yeah.
I see. Then you
When I
kick his
play with
ass.
Flash, I take some bad decisions.
You
When I flash offensively, I usually take bad decisions. So I like to
know what
play
they
exhaust
say.
or
You gotta try it. You gotta let it rip. Do it wrong. Alrighty, we're full clearing. I forget what the keybind is, but you can like 1.5 the replay, like speed
uh,
it up.
might have some options in the bot here.
The gear.
Oh, playback speed. One time, 1.5 you want?
See.
This way?
Okay. And then the clear's a little slow.
Okay.
You know that you can just watch like most jungle champions will have like the fastest clear on YouTube. You can watch that and then just like a little 10 minutes in a practice tool consistently, you'd be surprised like how easy things get. And you actually get better at the champion by doing that.
Okay.
Okay,
So
go
we got
back.
flash.
Go back and then walk me through that. What do you think?
I was going top right away. I saw that Amumu was on the scuttle grab, so I asked
Pause.
myself, should I go for Amumu or go top? I saw that Mundo was coming down, so we tried to get Mundo. We got his flash. Thought we could kill him before Amumu got here.
Okay.
So we got his flash, which is one good way of ganking, I'd say.
Yeah.
Uh, did a little skirmish there. So I said while his flash is going to be down, I'm going to come back and kill Mundo.
And then with your Qs, you're throwing them super early.
Okay.
Is there
Course.
any way to land that bad boy easier?
Um, Probably later when you're closer to the target. If he's feared already and queue him afterwards.
Okay. So
Uh,
so
yeah.
distance and then the fear. That's good. You
Okay.
have to be confident to give yourself that time to move into them too. So if the enemy's not dealing damage, just it's safe. But sometimes whenever they're ranged especially. Okay, can you pause? Because that movement kind of sucks. Whenever they're ranged, you're going to be moving into them. And then if they're taking too much damage as you would be moving into them, right? You might have wanted to land that Q sooner.
Okay.
And it'd be like the nice part about this too is that it transfers with every champion. Once you start playing dash champions, like if you use the dash as a luxury, say Kane Qs towards the enemy and then autos them, it doesn't matter as much in comparison to him auto queuing them, right?
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's the same deal with our Q. It's such an important ability that we need to land on them. So the closer you can get, the better. Makes it easier to land. And you know, Nocturne's bulky enough to do that too. So
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a
That's
good plan. Moving right into them, and then if you have the E fear, even better.
okay.
Alrighty,
I
so
I agree.
yeah, go back to the golems when we finish these. Now, what's your goal after the golems here? What are you
Uh,
playing for?
I was just my Ziri just died, so I just wanted to give Rakan a chance to run away just by showing up, so they don't dive him, so they don't overcommit to him.
Okay, pause.
Uh,
Do you need to support your support?
uh, I'm guessing not, is since you asked, but it's one of the things I tend to do on Nocturne is I get out of my game plan, and the video that you posted today really answered a lot of not questions, but it showed me a different way of seeing Nocturne that you don't have to support everybody. Just stay inside your role and do your thing. So, but I tend to my friends actually call me Mother Teresa because I'm trying to help everybody.
Right,
I
I
tend
call it a firefighter. You're just going around, sprinkle a little water here, little water there. And I'm thinking,
yeah,
let's hose one window. You know, this whole building's on fire. But if we're just spraying it everywhere, that won't help. If we hose down this window, then we can get our guys in there, and then we're really talking.
all right.
Okay, so you've already chose the window that you're spraying the water into, right? And which lane
Yep,
is that?
top.
Okay, so if you go bot, that spends your time, right?
Yep.
And then that takes away one from us hitting top. Now the Amumu ganked bot, so that opens up his jungle to you as well. So imagine you do golems, raptors, and then you have the option to enter his red side if you're fast enough.
Hmm.
So imagine you do his raptors, his golems, and then you're behind top lane. You can still have your top gank, and you can punish Amumu for him ganking.
Hmm.
That's how you actually get it done here.
All right.
Alrighty, let it rip. Save my allies. No, no, no. I'm sure you've seen that with like the Briar videos too. It's like if the enemy is attacking something, listen, Briar has no defense. Like we trade this for that. We do not defend this. It doesn't work.
It's again when I play Karthus, I don't feel like I'm gonna do stuff like that because it's useless on Karthus to early like that gank and throw W in couple Qs that you don't land and don't do any damage. So I tend to stick to the plan when I play Karthus because I got no other options early. As for Nocturne, he's a pretty good duelist, so you can invade. You can I think it's where the gank starts to pay off. I tend to hug the east side of the river, so if it's warded, I
Okay.
can.
And look at that. You walked into him and then did the Q. That's good. And then push top here,
Okay.
right? There's nowhere you don't have to hide from a Mumu here. It's chill. And the faster you push top, like Malzar's feeling good. You're getting some golden XP. And then you also want the extra longsword instead of the boots here. But why is that?
Instead of the boots,
Yeah.
well, because the speed of my Q will help me. I tend to always build my tier one boots after my Iron Spike Whip,
Okay.
just for the movement speed, just to make sure I can catch up on people. I know my Q is giving me some movement speed. Is it enough to be able to catch up to others if they have their tier one boots?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you also have your fear and your ulti, so you have like a dash and some CC. And then does the boots help your clear speed?
Uh, a little bit, but not so much.
Oh my god. Okay, go back. Wait, let's just put it at 1 point speed now. Now that we're through like the first two clears, we're good.
Okay. Oops. That wasn't that.
Okay, now Captain Hindsight right here. Varus dies with the extra longsword instead of boots, but here we are.
Okay.
Shabink. Oh, the Q's a little slow too. Oh, if you Iron Spike Whip when you auto, like you would land, Q auto, Iron Spike Whip. And then
Okay.
also E, like any time the E can come down too.
The I'm so used to Stride Breaker. When I land, I automatically use Stride Breaker, but Iron Spike Whip, it feels clunky, so I tend to forget it. But
Yeah, you need to do it after an auto because it will interrupt your auto.
okay.
So it's kind of like another ability.
Okay.
Alrighty, so you spend your ulti. Now what are you playing for?
Back to full clear.
Okay. And what does the full clear do?
Gives me gold, gives me XP advantage, and it might set me up for the Rift Herald, depending on where everyone else is.
And why do we want a golden XP advantage? Why don't we just go hit the bot turret, for example, instead?
The bot turret. Well, I'd have to share the gold and the XP minions, which are crap right now for junglers.
True.
Um, I like the XP and the gold from the jungle, especially since the patch 13.20, where it's basically your best way to get money and experience. It allows me to get ahead of Amumu. If I could see him, I would be able to invade his. I see his bot, so he's going. I'm going to Rift Herald now.
Okay, pause. Do you want Rift Herald or do you want his jungle first? Or do you?
Uh,
Well, I guess you can't gank, huh?
I can't gank neither Mundo or Anivia at this time because they're pushed into their turrets. Um, so yeah, I'm My best guess would be, yeah, I'd like my Rift Herald now.
Why?
Um, the gold that comes from it, the experience that comes from it, the plates that I can get, or the full turret if I can, the map pressure that the Herald gives. I can see why taking a Mumu's jungle could be a good option because it prevents him from snowballing or from getting better. But I don't know if his topside jungle is available at this time.
True.
So
So how would you check that?
if the plant is here, I can't have a blue ward yet because I'm not level 9, or I could just walk in, but that would use some time. Knowing
Right.
that Amumu's not right now, I know that I can finish the Rift Herald without being contested since Mundo and Anivia are pushed in.
Okay. And would you have enough time to check and then go back to the Rift Herald?
I don't know, but if you ask, probably yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You thinking a Mumu walks all the way from bot lane to here? Nah.
Oh no, definitely not. No, no.
And then both our lanes are pushed in. Now, whenever you're in his red side too, let's imagine that you're in there, his red side camps are up, we do raptors, okay, spend some time, we go to golems, we're doing golems, okay. And then by that time, your ulti could be back up. And then since both of your lanes are pushed, whenever like wave crashes into the enemy, the wave will bounce back towards your ally. So that would put the enemy further up the lane. So you may have a gank opportunity from the enemy red side. Whenever you're into the enemy jungle and then you gank from there, it's much easier to have success because the enemy is like one up the lane and then two you're flanking them rather than running straight into them.
Yep.
Right. So it gives us way more offensive options. You full cleared because you want to have this golden XP lead over a Mumu, and you get like times 2 value whenever you invade him. Well, it's kind of like 2.5 now that the jungle changes because every time you kill the jungle camps, they're a lot tankier whenever they respawn because they level up. So you get yourself stronger, you put a Mumu behind, and his camps take longer to do. So that gives you more time to play with later. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah, it does make sense.
Alrighty, cool.
Keep
Let's
going.
yeah, let's press play.
All right.
So this is the safe option, right? But you could
Yeah.
you could fucking have it all. You could ruin the game here. You could become the guy of all time, getting that red side, and then what? My Scion dies. Does Anivia hit the turret? Boom, ulti. And then the Rift Herald, you could have it all. Look at that, she hits it. Oh, go to. Okay. All right. Tell me you ult her, please. Please. Oh, she's full HP. Never mind.
So now I'm going into his jungle. Oh no, I think I see a window now. Yeah.
Whoa. Wait, how did you ult her without moving?
What do you mean?
Like, when did you press R on her? I didn't see.
Oh, I have a I use a quick cast button. If it's your question, I just mouse over and hit R
What? You can
on the mini.
mouse you can mouse over the mini map? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay. Well, technically that's super bad because like you're not moving your camera, you can't see. I did not fucking know that.
I know it was close enough. I got caught a couple of times because I was out of range by doing on the minimap. Because when you
Hmm.
do it on the full map, you can
It's
see exactly where
it's
the line
not yeah, it's
ends.
not about the range, it's that you want to see what Anivia is doing.
Okay.
You just want to see her champion. Alrighty. Pause. What are you thinking? You just killed Anivia. What's your next
Yeah.
step?
I wanted to get one plate and then drop the Rift Arrow because the one plate becomes tougher every time you break one, and the Rift Arrow always breaks two. So I wanted to break one plate, then drop the Rift, but Amumu showed up, so I
Okay.
didn't want.
But Mr. Toshan, you said that you wanted to play for top lane.
So keep
Is
the Rift for top lane.
Well, you tell me. Do you want to drop Rift mid or drop it top? I'm just trying to follow the game plan.
Aha.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking my game plan wasn't as solid as I thought it was.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So with the Rift Herald that gives you and your allies gold, is it useful to give like the tank Scion gold
Mm,
versus any of the carries, which would be Malzahar or Rosary?
I don't recall in this specific situation, but when I get a, I know it's bad and you're gonna yell at me, but
Yell.
what when
Am I
when
abusive?
I when there's a player that doesn't shut up, that complains, that that I fear that will drop the game, AFK, int, or whatever because he's not satisfied, I tend to give them a little bonus, a little gift, little 2 plates with the Rift Arrow, so they feel better, and it I think it makes my options of having a good game better. But I'm not sure if it's the case in this Scion here. But it's something because this game was this morning, so I don't really recall exactly what happened. But
Okay.
yeah, the game plan probably changed. Yes, I if I play for top lane, I'd say honestly that I'd be playing for ganks to have my in that case my dual friend to have a good game to be able to stomp his lane because I trust that he's going to stay in the game and have a good pressure. Um, but where I drop the Rift Herald is probably where I can see an opening more than anything else.
Okay. So one part was that you can give a gift to a annoying ass ally that so you account for variance and kind of keep them level headed. That's one option. Option two, like play for the same thing, hammering the same lane over and over. And then did I miss anything else? Those were the two things I heard.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Well, the last thing was I don't really have a plan on my Rift Herald drop. I just looking for a window.
Oh, right. You react. If
Yeah,
it's there, then you just do it. Okay. So would you say
like
that's because of experience or just
uh,
not thinking about it?
a little bit of both, I guess.
Okay.
Experience. Sometimes, too often, I end up with my Rift Herald with no real good opportunities to drop it because lanes are not placed properly, and I got 1 minute left, and so I'm just gonna drop it somewhere that doesn't really give anything, or the plates are gone. Not in this case because I still have 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. But
Exactly. You got a lot of time to play with, but I get that too. Even if you can't drop it, that can be fine. Coming from the Belveth guy, listen, there's sometimes no Rift Herald, sometimes no drop,
yeah,
sometimes die with it. Like it is what it is.
you just want the gas tank.
Uh,
But I might not drop it there. I might drop it somewhere else.
okay, and
Since
then also with the
should
Rift Herald, what else does it give you? You have the
uh,
ability to drop it, and then what's the other part of the buff?
strong recall, like
Right.
faster recall. Yeah,
And how does that help us?
a lot. Yeah,
Why?
especially with 300 gold. Well, it's a faster recall, so it's of course better.
Right. We recall faster, we get onto the map faster, and then you have like a minute and 20 seconds on your ulti. So then you do one of those, and like you said, you have 3 minutes to drop that Rift Herald. So you could do one of those, reset, and then do another clear by the time you'd have to drop that Rift Herald, right?
Yep. Yep.
So you could be fully utilizing it that way. So you don't have to feel pressure to drop it just because you did a play like this, especially this early.
Okay.
Like 10 to like 12 to 40-ish in the game, you don't have to feel too pressured to drop it just because like something went well.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then like in the specifics of this game too, we got a bunch of gold to spend. Let's do this shit. Recalls, spend, get out of here. Okay.
Before the patch 13.20, I would go green jungle items for tenacity. If I go Threadbreaker for the slow, and if I don't, I'm not planning on going Merc Treads. Now this is changed. I actually have a question for you.
Hmm.
Um, I like my tenacity. it's almost in every game is really useful. If I don't use it from my green jungle item, which I can't anymore, I'm gonna go get it from my Merc Treads. The other option would be to change my rune Alacrity for Tenacity. Would you recommend it on a champion like Nocturne or Briar?
No, both of them
No?
have ways to deal with CC. Briar has her E, and then Nocturne has his W.
Okay.
And with Alacrity, it's like a secretly super important rune for your clear speed. So
Okay.
at all stages of the game, it's getting you time, and that time is gonna be more useful than the tenacity.
Okay.
If you have the successful player, you're stronger, you have more gold, you are here faster. Those sort of things are gonna add up to something that is way more than reduced CC duration during the actual fight. It usually is just like use the spell shield the right way, and then flash this ability, don't get hit, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But the green smite was just overpowered too, so
Yeah. Well, the shield is pretty decent on it too. I just really like the tenacity on it.
yeah, the new shield is pretty good. I've been
I
using
never
that on
use.
Belveth.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never use the red smite with Stridebreaker.
Wait,
The
pause. You don't have ulti. This is whack, no?
no,
Why
Anivia
not?
doesn't have her egg.
Okay.
I was just passing by. It's not a detour for me. She seems vulnerable. She doesn't have much escape. The way Nocturne and Scion are positioned, her wall can't block both of them at the same time.
Okay. All right. I mean, you're actually convincing me.
Okay.
Let it rip. Let's see. This is also like not challenger. I need to I need to
Yeah,
calm it
yeah.
down. Yeah, kill that guy. Hell yeah. Take the whole wave. Hell yeah.
So now I drop the rift.
Okay.
But I realize right now that I don't have any minions and we just have to wait there.
Right.
So,
And
and
then
then a moon shows up and I'm not really proud of what I did.
dang. So how would
I
you
thought we
do
would
it?
finish the turret and fear the Amumu, but my fear does damage, so I'm starting to get attacked by the turret, so I have to go.
We're learning.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
then I decided
So you
to get
could have
some.
got that turret in a bunch of different ways, right?
Yep,
Waiting
yep.
for the wave, hitting the turret
Now
first.
I see a gank opportunity bot with my ulti, but they both kill them. So I
Okay.
go for drag. Since the bot lane's gone, Amumu's low,
Right.
Anivia just respawned, so I think it's a good time for a dragon. If my bot lane follows.
Yeah. All right. You can skip ahead here. We got the dragon
Okay.
with the left and right arrows. Get the dragon, probably uncontested, and then okay, they want to die. It's chill. It's chill,
Okay.
guys. Scion with the flank. Dragon first.
I like to use my ulti once in a while I'm doing the Drake so they don't see what's going on if they have a Lux or Ezreal or anyone that could steal it to darken the map. I'm low, I'm gonna let them fight. Oh, I changed my mind, sorry. I changed my mind again.
So no Gromp? Come on, take that shit. Thank you. Lulu gonna stop you? Make a Mumu pay. How dare you die, you stupid mummy. The wolves too. You have the wolves and then a recall, right?
Yeah, I
If you look
thought
at
the
Zeri's resources, like she's just so out of juice. It's not about killing Lulu there. The Kindle gem.
head for the ability haste.
Let's get some long swords. Let's clear faster. We got enough ability haste.
Okay,
Your ulti cooldown would be based on the ability haste you had whenever you cast it. I'm pretty sure.
okay,
So even though you get the Kindle gem, it won't apply like until the next ulti. And then the long swords just speeds up your clear. It'd be the same with Briar. Be the same with Karthus.
okay.
All right, let's skip past this clear. I think until the next event happens. I think we're kind of good.
Had to go bot, no, or Anivia. Anivia.
Wah! There we go. Kill him. Nice. Stride breaker. The Q needs to come out before you land, though. Yeah, cast that bad boy anytime. There you go. The egg!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna die
Strikebreaker.
there.
Auto. Auto. Q. W. 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 Okay. Okay.
He waited for my W to end before he bandaged me, so.
Oh, I was thinking his E was just, he's gonna cast one eventually. Yeah, so whenever you're ulting in, you need to cast that Q. If you go into practice tool too, you can get very comfortable with like doing that. Making sure you have it consistent instead of like it being the real deal, you know? Alrighty, we die. It's not the end of the world, but that slows you down. Anytime you die like that, it's gonna slow you down. And whenever you have a big lead, it's kind of a damper if any of your camps are up and then you do something like that. So you have to keep that in mind. Like when going for those plays, because you don't have to. Kill Anivia! Listen, look at that guy. Scion flanking. In we go. Strikebreaker E. Show me a Q. There we go. Look at how low the Q cooldown is as well. So whenever you cast it when landing, you're probably going to get a second one off as they're running away.
So I see a Mumu bot side. I decide to go for the Rift. Again, I should probably go for his jungle instead, in that case.
Well, this time you don't have ulti. He's already moving to his jungle. The prior time he was ganking bot lane, like the second that we were there, right? So since he's moving to his jungle, you'd be fighting him.
Okay.
And where our lanes are at, that's just not in our interest. We don't care if we kill a Mumu jungle again. But if we kill one of the lanes, then we're really talking. And if you get the Rift Herald and do that, it's even better.
Mumu's there too. Malzar is dead, so I decide to turn around.
Alrighty, let's skip ahead. We're farming. You can skip around until like the next happening.
Just prevent Mundo from getting some hits on the turret.
Lucky.
Hmm.
Mumu with Sunfire, no thanks. And Champ
Not
sucks as like a
not
true
true.
tank. Okay. Yeah, if you cast the Q, it's all so much better. Thoughts? Respawn just ulti the Lulu. I'll show him to exist. Okay. Smite. Auto. E. Okay. Goodbye, Amumu. You kill Amumu if you keep hitting him.
He really hurts me for the two deaths I had was against. I had to drop it, otherwise I would have loosened it. Um,
Well, he does have demonic. Maybe we wouldn't win. Damn. Okay, he does deal damage. Never mind. He had ulti and everything.
that was a bad Rift Herald. I had to drop it, and it's not gonna do anything.
Okay, now pot. There you go. Good fucking reset. About to say, if you do those camps, you're giving up too much time.
Okay.
All right, so we want to be able to survive when we go in. Now, another way you can get tenacity is Sterax. Do you know that
Yeah.
item?
Yeah, I hesitated actually right at this very moment because if I get Ma, I can't get Sterix. But I want to keep getting some damage, but I want some magic resist. So my only other option would be Witsend, which I don't really like on Nocturne. So I thought against Anivia and Mumu, Ma would be my best guess over Sterix. I do have tenacity from my Merc Treads, and the tenacity from actually I don't know if it's stacked, but multiplies on
Yeah, I don't know either. Another option you have too is Silvermare Dawn. Do you know that item?
Is it the one with QSS on it?
Right, it's the QSS, like AD and HP.
Okay.
Like
There,
all of their
there, there-
champs other than Mundo have some sort of CC that you can cleanse. But I think Sterak's would be better because it gives you more HP. So even though you would be CC'd, if you're surviving, you're probably winning.
okay.
So then you would
Uh,
like stack the mercs with those Steraks and then just be bulkier. Because having an individual cleanse isn't too crazy, even against these champions. Let's see who wins. Who's the better man?
He's gonna win.
Okay,
I'm saving my spell shield for
Q.
his bandage. Yeah.
There you go. You could use the Q for movement speed to run away there.
Yeah, it just gives me just a half of a second cast time, and it overall it gives me distance. But I knew that Amumu was really close to his bandage, so if I Q, I was afraid that he would be able to hit me with his bandage.
Right. But then you had your spell shield, so you
Yeah,
win.
true.
Faker is watching. Alrighty, clear those camps, take the Baron, let's see it. Now, Amumu's dead. As soon as you like heal off the camps, your team could do Baron, and they're all diving. Okay. They're just going ham, okay. Nice. Nice. And look at that. That's a good rinse. Now one camp level 15. Sort of. Oh, see, if you say sorry and run away, then it really helps.
Yeah, but yeah, there were five there.
That's the danger of taking that second camp on the invade. If that second camp's not giving you a completed item and extra level, like, careful. Now, in real life, okay, they take Baron, about to say. And the Baron was like the whole shebang here. The Baron is how we like push and end with our team where they're ahead.
I think Zeri cleans it up though.
Right, but you don't want to make that sort of mistake where you're in the enemy jungle when the Baron's up and then die. And the way you end
Okay.
up there is by reaching for those golems. And since you weren't fast enough, it then becomes bad. Take those golems. That's so crazy that you fucking click the mini map. I've never seen that shit. I gotta try that out. That's so weird. Malzahar just ending? What the hell? Pick me Malzahar top.
He's a one-trick Malzahar. Wherever he plays,
It's a life to live.
he's not really good, but no, he's stable. He always gives the same type of game, so I know exactly what to expect from this guy. So he's a split pushing Malzahar.
Let's see.
I don't want to go back in there. We have three inhibs. Dragon's gonna be up.
If your team is there, right? Now pause. And then go back to like when you have the choice of staying there or going to the camps. Okay. Now what does the camps give you?
More gold, more XP, and in this specific case, the possibility that Amumu doesn't come back into the game.
Okay. With their like base state, do you need to deny the Amumu, get yourself any stronger? Yeah, do you need to do those two things?
Uh,
With three
if you're
inhibs
asking,
down, and the Amumu is like level 12, level 13, something like that.
I'm guessing I should be with the team. I'm
Why?
showing Rakan here. Well, probably because we're probably stronger than them since we're up to 22 gold advantage. We have item advantage, minion advantage in that case.
Okay.
So we probably win 5v5 since they don't have any turret. Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
And then does your teammates have any setup for you?
I could not tell you at this time. I don't know exactly what you mean by setup.
Like
Uh,
CC.
Rakan's not there yet. Malzahar has his ulti. Um, Besides Malzahar, I don't really know.
Okay, Sion has his knockup. He doesn't have
Yeah,
ulti. And then he's also a tank, so he'll be the one in front.
yeah,
So since that's the case, they'll be using abilities on him. So if you're waiting for that, and especially if they commit onto him, so they attack him, then you can have an in which you can move into the enemy and attack them even without the ulti.
okay.
Because without the ulti, you have to wait for that. And then that's probably a little bit more uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly. If I had ulti right now, I'd go in. The fact that I have to walk in is more scary.
Right. But we have a Scion to spend. So
Yeah,
you don't have to be the guy to like just walk right into 5 people. They're going to be hitting him.
but
But you have to
do you
see
think?
that.
But they'd be hitting him because if it's what I'm thinking, you'll see with the Mundo. The Mundo was huge on the other side, and no one was attacking him.
That's fine. You don't have to commit to the fight whenever you go there. All you have to do is show up, and then if there's no fight there, you can always go to the dragon. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Because
Yeah.
whenever your teammates are pushed up, if you're doing camps as they're pushed up, then you're going to miss the play. And I'm sure you know what that feels like, right?
Well, actually, I think that this is my biggest problem, and that's why I put in a Karthus game in the uploads because that's exactly what I do. While my team is pushing, I keep farming, send them an ulti once in a while, and just keep farming. My ulti does a huge amount of damage after like 25, 30 minutes, but I don't join the fight, and that's where I need your help. I guess it'll be for the next session, but I don't know when to stop farming and go help the team.
Righty.
Either I
Well,
play a mage, a nocturne, or a tank. So,
yeah, so here, look at my screen.
no, give me a second. Yeah,
Alrighty, so get rid of this shit. Um, let's say that we're playing from blue side, and then this turret was down pretty early, and let's say your options are to do the wolves and Gromp, but you're already way stronger than the enemy jungler. So that's the sort of thing that you're going to have to get a feel for rather than us going over the specifics right now. Is like, if you're 2 levels ahead of the enemy jungler, it can be okay to give up these 2 camps so that you're in position, say right here, as Nocturne to ulti if a fight happens anywhere right here. But
okay,
when's the time to skip my camps? Well, I'm Nocturne, I'm doing my Raptors, and then I'm moving into my blue side, but then I notice that um, my mid lane, my AD, and my support are just, they're shoving it down. There they go. They're not going to stop shoving it down ever. You can imagine them like Minecraft zombies going forward, okay?
okay,
So, 2 options keep farming, they keep pushing. These 2 things don't really align because then they move up, you move here, they're outnumbered. They lose or have the chance to lose or have a lower percentage chance, you know, for the
yeah,
play to work out. So then it'd be easy enough for me to adjust and then move to this sort of position where I can have an ulti as Nocturne. And if you do this, then you can still have the camps sometimes. Because if the Raptors are up, if the red is up, the golems are up, there's your camps, but you have to do it like this. Does that make sense?
yeah, yep,
So the problem for you in game is going to be identifying that. So I think an easy enough thing to practice would be like um, minutes 14 plus. Look for when allies are pushing and skip camps to be there. Because whenever we skip the camps, we're right here. These are up. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. They're hitting the turret. They're hitting the turret. The wave dies. We're waiting. The wave bounces. We're still waiting. And then the wave bounces, they push, they don't hit the turret again. Your allies then back up and recall. We can still go back to the camps at the very least. And
okay.
then that all makes way more, flows way better, right?
Yeah, I just don't. Uh, I don't know if I'm comfortable with just waiting
Yeah, it's
while my
uncomfortable.
camps are up.
It's weird because it's don't ask yourself, what am I waiting for? Just watch. That's what you need to do. Give up thinking, give up, preemption or fucking any knowledge. If you're right here and you're watching and paying attention, then that will tell you how to play.
Okay.
But boy, does it fucking hurt to be right here and thinking and not know? Should I be here? Should I be going there? I watched this one video and also this other guy says this and I don't know. But I heard Karthus is supposed to farm. I'm skipping my camps. Is this bad?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's for like playing like 1, 2, 3 champs, like really just grinds this shit out. Ideally, you just play one champ like in ranked for now. Or like any player, just it's way easier to get one champ to go really high and then bring all the other ones with it.
Yeah, I like to have at least two options, especially in my elo. The rest of the team doesn't seem to be paying attention to have a balanced team. So when only AD, that's actually when I started to play Karthus because it's so easy to play Karthus when you're only AP in your team and the other team doesn't build any MR. You just kill everybody with one ult. So full clear, fast reset. Yeah.
Oh, wait, whoops. Give me that. And then third clear. Well, once you're level six, you outlining these options, it's like you have option to gank, invade, objective. So that's good. And then if you win any of those, then it's just repeat step one. And then mid to late game. For now, it's all you have to worry about is, well, to practice this part is to start noticing when allies are pushed, then react and be in position. It's okay to waste a shit ton of time during this. You'll feel it out, and then you'll know. Yeah. Repeat. Hello. Hold on. I can one shot this. Repeat. No, that's not right. It is owned.
REPAT. Did you write an E on it?
Yeah.
Repeaty?
Repeat.
I mean, it's my second language. I don't know. But
Speaking ideas, not English. Alrighty. And then another part of this coaching session is like the runes and stuff, but your runes are fine. Nocturne's too basic.
okay.
Yeah. So, alrighty. You think that's a good place to stop at?
I think so. I think it's a good start.
Alrighty.
What would be the next steps? I will be practicing this for sure.
Right. I would
Uh,
say, like, in a week, we could just do another VOD review and see where you're at and go from there. Because
okay.
usually with most people, it's like the first session is something like this. Like we start on something and then it gets more interesting as we keep like adding steps or like seeing where we're at on the steps and talking through those. Because like let's say with an iron player, they can be stuck on very simple steps for like a long time. So, but then if we can talk about it, then you just help them progress in that sense. So that's usually what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any way at one point where I could play a live game and you coach me while I play this game?
Yeah. Do I have an
Something that
option
you
for
do?
that? I have the VOD review into the live one. Do I have a general coaching session? Let's see. Yeah. We have a live game for one. And then that's just 30 minutes.
Okay.
So those are usually kind of casual too, because you cannot tell what's going to happen with the live game.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty
So
cool.
yeah, that works. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Listen, I can't believe that saying in the video actually worked. can't
Yeah,
fucking believe
well,
it. I gotta plug it in a better way.
yeah. Otherwise, how would I know if you're coaching?
Exactly. Exactly. Alrighty, cool. Good talking to you, man. Good luck in
All
your
right.
games, and yeah,
Thanks.
talk to you later.
See you
Peace.
next time. Thanks,
Yep,
Jeff.
bye. Interesting.